LPT. Learning to cook takes time, but it isn't hard, and the results will change your life. Start watching YouTube food videos. Watch informative videos that teach you basic skills and basic dishes. Gordon Ramsay has a great series where he teaches basic kitchen techniques and then how to make dishes using those techniques. Get yourself a good cookbook. Something for someone just starting to cook. Jamie Oliver's Food Revolution is fantastic for this. It is designed to get you cooking simple, tasty meals you can make anytime. Buy some basic kitchen equipment, nothing fancy or special. 1 large saucepan, a small non-stick skillet, assorted wooden spoons, a whisk, a few spatulas, a good large pot, a colander or strainer. Pay attention to what you like if you eat out or order in, or when others cook. Start savoring your food. Pay attention to salt levels in your food. Note the sweetness or bitterness on food. Eat slower so you can learn about tastes. Talk about food to others. If eating with others, comment on what you like or don't like about a dish. This gets you thinking about how food is prepared. Commit to making a handful of meals each week. Learn basics, like how to fry or scramble eggs, how to make rice, how to make a basic pasta sauce, how to stir-fry vegetables, how to oven roast veggies or potatoes. Write out your food menu for the week and plan those meals. It doesn't have to be every meal. Just do it for 2 or 3 meals each week. Do these things and you'll build your skill set, your vocabulary, and your appreciation of food. Soon you'll find yourself exploring more, looking for new flavors or dishes. This is the path to becoming a cook and enriching your life with food you love. When you start cooking for yourself, you'll begin to appreciate food more. When you start to cook or share your food with others, you'll find yourself expanding and enriching your community as you break bread with others. Another very handy kitchen item is a slow cooker, especially if you work a lot. One suggestion: if you try out something from a cookbook and you like it, make it again 3 or 4 times so you own the recipe. The first time, something might not go just right. The second time you'll know what to do. By the 4th time you'll be making substitutions or variations to suit your tastes or what ingredients you have on hand. I liked trying out new dishes, but I probably have about 6 or 7 never-fail dishes that I make all the time. Risotto, absolute game changer. So many recipes, filling, nutritious, delicious, and can create half a dozen meals at once. Prawns, kidney bean, chicken, and so on. As a former chef who now just cooks for one, I would make 2 suggestions before trying anything too difficult. Learn what you like and build your meals around that. Forget Pinterest recipes or MasterChef ambitions. Save that for dinner parties, 'cause you'll just end up wasting food and time with a high risk of disappointment. Like chicken? Which part? Breast, thigh, wing, or a whole, etc. Like steak? Find an affordable cut, and stock up your freezer when it's on special. What seasonings do you prefer? What sauces? Salad or coleslaw? Mashed potato or fries? Build your meals from here and then feel free to experiment with more exotic ingredients. B. Forget flavors and seasonings and sous vide 18-hour water bath nonsense. Learn how to cook steak exactly how you enjoy it, every time. Learn to make tender chicken breast or moist fish fillets. Learn how to fry, poach, and scramble an egg. If you have 2 eggs, you should know how to make an omelette. Learn how to control the heat in your frying pan or what oven setting you need to use. The most enjoyable meals I eat are basic ingredients, well cooked, with just a little pepper and salt. For real, learning to cook was one of the best gifts I've given myself. And I feel grateful every time I'm stuffing myself with something that I cooked. Life of Boris in YT goes from using "how much oil should I use" to a full course of hangover remedies. Before I met my husband, he didn't know how to cook much. Once we moved in together, I taught him how to cook, and now he has gotten pretty good that he does the majority of the cooking. During the pandemic, he even learned how to bake the most delicious bread all on his own. I'm so proud of him. It's a skill that everyone should learn. My husband says a proper chef's knife opened lots of doors for his cooking. He wasn't the fastest or best at chopping vegetables, but got good at it over time. He can now break down a whole chicken and use different parts for different meals at a much cheaper cost than already prepared cuts of meat. While a decent knife is sharper, he says it is less dangerous than a dull, worn-out knife, since you have to use less force to cut things and have more control over the blade. Doesn't have to be expensive or scary, and makes a great gift for someone starting out on their own. I learned by watching Good Eats on Food Network back in college just about every day. For me, that was huge because Alton Brown tended to skew more towards teaching methods and the whys behind dishes. Then it became possible to tweak things based on my own personal taste profiles. This resonated way more with me than recipe-centric cooking. Cooking well was also an invaluable skill in college because it keeps you way healthier and less likely to pack on all that college weight most folks tend to pick up. Serious Eats is where I go to now for similar knowledge when I'm looking up new types of dishes, or even researching approaches to good old standby dishes. The other advice is keep a well-stocked pantry and buy lots of spices and seasonings. You can do basic meat, sauce, veggie, carb a million different ways if you just have different flavor profiles to work with. Cleaning after cooking takes even more time. Roasting vegetables is an essential and delicious skill. Hint: don't crowd the pan. I would also say learn how to make a healthy, balanced meal with healthy carbs and proteins, good fats, and delicious vegetables. Hi, can someone link me to Gordon Ramsay's Basic Skills series? Thank you. I started cooking passionately when I was 16. 29 now. I burnt countless sauces, had to dump expensive ingredients in the trash, and disappointed many dinner guests. Cooking has some serious growing pains, but the rewards from what I have learned from years of mistakes are priceless. Being able to make restaurant-quality food regularly and efficiently is one of my most cherished skills, and I would recommend to anyone and everyone to pursue cooking as a hobby. Really enjoy this discussion. Taste everything: flour, cinnamon, turmeric. You'll quickly become a master of spicing and seasoning. Butter. There's a mouthfeel that humans are gaga for that comes from butter. And the richness: green chili with pork. Add some butter. Basic cake mix. Substitute some butter for the oil. You got this? This is good advice. A lot of people learn this stuff from their parents as children. But, thanks to laziness, finances, work, or whatever else might be going on, most don't learn these skills. I learned to make risotto not too long ago. It's a game changer. I've basically got the recipe memorized and I can modify it confidently to produce different results. Honestly, I could probably live off of risotto for the rest of my life. I can't believe you recommended Gordon Ramsay and Jamie Oliver in the same post. Though, have you no shame, no standards? 2 things to add. Cooking is not an exact science. Making sure your meat is cooked to a safe temperature is important. But besides that, once you stop being anxious about did I put enough salt on the potatoes? Has the pasta been boiling for 10 minutes or 11 minutes? Cooking becomes much more enjoyable. Experiment. Make mistakes. Season to taste. Try new seasonings and new ingredients not listed in the recipe book. One time I roasted potatoes too long and they were difficult to eat. So I broke them up into bits and turned them into crumbs for fried chicken. Mistakes aren't always a waste of food. Those single-use kitchen gadgets are a waste of money and space. You can make a quesadilla or panini in your frying pan. You don't need a press. Waffle irons are notoriously hard to clean and take up a lot of space in your cabinet. Learn to make these things with the basic kitchen tools. I got laid because I cooked an oven-baked fish with a serving of chicken and corn soup followed by a serving of crushed biscuit and peanut with dark chocolate and ice cream. She was hot. The 4-Hour Chef by Tim Ferriss is a great resource. It chronicles his experience going from an absolute beginner to a pretty proficient home cook. The book walks you through around 20 recipes. It starts off super simple and gets progressively more complex as you go through the recipes. There's also good info about cooking equipment, pots, pans, utensils, etc. On top of that, the book is really about skill acquisition and it gives you strategies for approaching just about any new skill. I love cooking whenever I get the chance to. My personal problem is it's so hard to find every ingredient for the recipe. Agree. Cooking personally is therapy for me.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.